Welcome back to more Pokemon White, the final part as well. So yeah, last time we defeated the Riches, Bianca, and caught the electric Pokemon Landorus. So yeah, that's basically everything done in the game. But how about we do something fun for our last episode? I'm not so sure if any of this is actually gonna work, but we'll try at least. Because if not, then I'll just tell you about it. So anyway, let's talk mythic Pokemon. So, unfortunately, this is one of the things I actually can't show because I was kind of a goof. I didn't think about it too hard. So, you have this dude here. Small compared to a luxury liner, but the size of a ship doesn't change the feeling of adventure when you're out on the open sea. So, yeah. This guy will actually take you somewhere, but the thing is though, we need basically an event item called the Liberty Ticket. When we show it to him, he'll take us to an area called Liberty Garden. In there, you fight some Team Plasma Grunts, who are just, doing their thing. And when you go to the basement though, you'll fight some more, and you'll also uncover the legendary Pokemon, or in this case, mythical Pokemon, waiting for you. And that's of course the Fire Psychic type Pixie Pokemon Victini. So you can try catching Victini. It's level 15, so yeah, I think that might be one reason why I don't want to catch it. It's so low level. I don't really have like a way to, easily catch it, if I could, so yeah. Anyway, it has some moves, it has Endure, Quick Attack, Incinerate, and Confusion. At least that's what I think it has. But yeah, well, I can't show that. What I can show is Victini, because yeah, I have one right here. So yeah. As you probably suspect, yeah, I definitely did some things, shall we say, to get a Tornadus into the game. And yeah, because I was doing those things, I'm like, alright, I'll show off the mythical Pokemon too, because some of them have events, so yeah. Then I'll be able to show some of them, and that'll be cool if they work. We'll see if they actually do work. If Landorus work, I feel like these will work. Anyway, let's go into the route, because of course, the cool thing about Victini is, well, yeah, Victini has a lot of cool things going on for it. Okay, let's talk about Victini on the surface level. So yeah, here he is. Well, it is, I should be saying. So yeah, this is actually the movie 14 Victini. And yeah, I'll talk about that in a bit. But anyway, yeah, let's go over the basics. So yeah, Victini is a Fire Psychic type Pokemon. A decent type. Decently good offensively, so yeah, you can definitely have some fun with that. And yeah, both stabs do have some pretty strong options. And yeah, its ability is also pretty good too, Victory Star. Accuracy for Pokemon allies is raised by 10%. This is pretty nice, because Victini does have a lot of moves it can use that have not perfect accuracy. And of course, it can raise its allies' accuracy too. Of course, a consistency boost is always very, very cool. But anyway, there's a reason why I showed the moves. Let's go into a battle and talk about these for a little bit. So Victini's cool and gets 2 signature moves. So yeah, let's show those off. We'll show off the first one and then we'll talk about the other one and probably show that too. But anyway, this poor Scraggy, yeah, he's gonna get a bit destroyed here. But yeah, it comes in a Cherish Ball, and yeah, like I said, this is the movie 14 Victini. So anyway, so this Victini actually has this moveset. V-Crate, Fusion Flare, Fusion Bolt, and Searing Shot. We'll talk about Searing Shot first. It's a signature move, and also, I wonder if you can actually check out this menu. I just used that, oh well. But there it is. Oh, it looks really cool. So yeah, Searing Shot. Yeah, that is Victini's main signature move. Because the other one, you need an event for, at least in this game. So yeah, let's look at Searing Shot. It's a pretty good move. The only problem is it's locked to Victini, which is kind of a problem because, yeah, you'll see. So here it is. 100 power, 100% accurate, special fire type move, and Inferno Scarlet Flames torches everything around the user. And they need targets of the burn. It actually has a 30% burn chance from what I've heard, which is definitely very nice. It's a very good special fire type move for Victini, but the problem is that it gets a lot of others. But before we go on to the body move, let's talk about the other moves it gets. Like, yeah, it can learn Flame Charge to level up, it gets Reversal, it gets an Headbutt, so that's a good physical option, because it can mix attack, obviously. It gets Inferno, although, yeah, you're only raising that accuracy by 5. So, yeah, because it's a 10% boost. Double Edge is also there. Flare Blitz sounds good, but, you don't really need it. Final Gambit's interesting, though, for, like, a Suicide Lead build. Stored Power could be interesting. It does actually not get Calm Mind, so that's kind of weird. I'm not so sure what you would use. I guess Work Up maybe with Stored Power. It's kind of a strange choice considering it does get Calm Mind, but that's okay. And then Overheat's the last move, but yeah. We'll look at TMs first before we talk about that move. Psyshock is a good TM. Can even use Taunt, Light Screen. Thunderbolt is even there. Psychic, Shadow Ball, Grip Break, Fire Blast, obviously, Energy Ball, Focus Blast, Charge Beam, Thunder Wave, Grass Knot. It gets a lot of good moves. I really like what Victini is bringing to the table, to be honest. And then, yeah, that's basically it. But, of course, let's talk about the special Victinis you can get via events. And that, of course, means showing off its most popular signature move, shall we say. Let's head into battle. So, yeah, what is that? Well, yeah, you probably already saw it in a bit. And you're gonna get Intimidated, although that's not gonna matter. That's, of course, V-Create. And yeah, like I said, can I check the description during battle? I feel like you can. Oh yeah, none of the mods are working, so I guess we're just gonna have to go in here to check that. So yeah, Victini's V-Create. 180 power, which, yeah. It's like the strongest move that isn't like a self-destructing move. It's kind of insane. 95 accuracy doesn't matter too much because of Midori Star. With a hot flame on its forehead, the user hurls itself at its target. It lowers the user's defense, special defense, and speed. It's a pretty bad drawback, but not as bad as it could have been, I feel like. So anyway, of course, let's show it off. It looks really cool. Yeah, both of the team's signatures are awesome, so yeah. So there you go. As for other special moves you can get via events, as you saw in this one's moveset, it also has Fusion Flare and Fusion Ball. Of course, that's actually pretty nice. Fusion Flare is a little bit unnecessary because Searing Shot is basically the same thing, but a higher burn chance. Fusion Bolt though, I mean, it is physical, so yeah, Thunderbolt isn't actually useless, so I guess that's cool. But yeah, again, these moves will depend on what you're building Victini up for, so yeah. Anyway, another Victini event, this is Christmas 2012, gives it some even more powerful moves. Blue Flare, Bolt Strike, and Glaciate. Glaciate's not all that, but Blue Flare and Bolt Strike definitely are. Those are some powerful moves, and they work quite well alongside V-Create as well. And it kind of also makes Searing Shot look a lot worse because yeah, Blue Flare, it's just stronger, but it doesn't have burn chance, I guess, so yeah. And of course, last thing is, of course, Victini stats. 100 in everything. Like other Pixie Pokemon, not too bad actually. Yeah, Victini is a fun mythic Pokemon. V-Create is of course really funny, and yeah, its other moves are not bad either. Of course, like a lot of other Pixie Pokemon, it has lots of type coverage, so yeah. So that's really cool. Yeah, I like it quite a lot, so yeah. Victini is definitely a very cool Pokemon in my opinion. And yeah, of course, like I said, all the special music gets really add to it as well, I feel like, so yeah. Definitely a Pokemon I'm quite a fan of, so yeah. And yeah, speaking of which, yeah, Victini did have its own movie. I'm pretty sure that is the movie 14 that this Victini was given as a giveaway for. I watched both versions of that movie, I'm pretty sure as well. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. Victini is a very cool character too. The Macron-loving dude that he was, so yeah. Yeah, I quite like that movie. One of my favorite Pokemon movies because, let's just say, yeah, I haven't watched that many of them, so yeah, that's the main reason why. But yeah, that's Victini. Again, a Hedgehog Pokemon I'm quite a big fan of, so yeah. We're gonna be going in Pokedex order, so yeah, up next is actually non-mythic Pokemon, but one you need some special things for. Alright, what we want to do, if this works, is that we want to go to Game Freak, but we need a specific Pokemon. Celebi. And you may notice the Celebi has It has, yeah, full caps. That's because this one came from Gen 4. Try to get to Castilla City, even says too. So, yeah. So the deal with this is, there's something called the Poke Locator, or something like that, or Relocator. Also connected to, Castilla. Maybe I'll try to get more info, but basically the general gist is, it's kind of like the Poke Transfer, except that, yeah, it only works for specific Pokemon, tailored to Heart Gold specifically. So, yeah. But yeah, let me see. So, yeah. Basically, what you need is you need two DSs, one that has, black and white, the other one that has Heart Gold, Soul Silver. And then, yeah, what you do is, yeah, this is basically a way to transfer, well, a Celebi and two other things. But yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit. We'll start with Celebi first. I guess I can talk more about this thing, because, yeah, we're going to be talking about the other thing that this is connected to in a bit. So, yeah. Anyway. But yeah, if you want a quick summary of Celebi, Grass Psychic type Pokemon, there's a lot of good moves. This one also has a pretty decent amount of moves too. Yeah, it has a ribbon too, because it's a gift. It's not a bad Pokemon, like I said in my Heart Gold playthrough, it's just that, yeah, again, the type is still weird, because there's a lot of weaknesses, but that's a-okay by me. So yeah. So what we want to do is, yeah, I believe, yeah, let's take a hit. And let's talk to you. This little boy got lost. He looks lonely, so please talk to him. And when you look at that, it worked. Oh, that little boy was really Zorua. So cool. It looks like Zorua and Celebi are really good friends. I'm sure Zorua wants to go with you and Celebi. Trinity, do you have a Pokeball? And yeah, you can actually choose what Pokeball it goes to too, so that's interesting. I guess the Primeval? We get Zorua. This is the main event. Zorua been waiting for Celebi here, now I'm relieved. So there we are. So yeah, that's the little event. So yeah, I guess before we do talk about Zorua, I do have some more info. So yeah. So again, yeah, Relocator, yeah, you need those two DSs. You need to go to Castilla, there's a scientist. He's located on the 11th floor on the west side of Central Plaza, and then I'll look at the Rika if he has this from the main menu. So yeah. You need to answer some questions, which is apparently everyone happy, simple connection to him. Yeah, that was the dude that was where the clown was, I'm pretty sure, so, because the clown is also kind of important as well. So there's that. But anyway, so of course you can transfer Celebi. The other thing you can transfer is something called the Lock Capsule. Apparently that was an unused event item, so yeah. So that's kind of interesting, but the Lock Capsule, that turns into the TM for Snarl. So as you can probably tell, there's a big focus on Dart types, as you'll see in a bit. But anyway, Zorua. It's fine to talk about them. So yeah, Zorua, it's a Dart type Pokemon, and yeah, starts at level 10, but yeah, which I guess is a bit low leveled when you get here for the first time, but that's okay. But of course, what makes Zorua really stand out is its ability. Illusion comes out disguised as the Pokemon in the back. So, by the way, this actually affects the AI. A lot of people know this because of Ultra Sun and Moon. But yeah. So how it works is that, yeah, Zorua will be whatever Pokemon is at the back of your party, but it'll still act as Zorua. And the idea behind this is to make the opponent go for moves that are super effective on that Pokemon in the back, but don't do anything to Zorua. Of course, that's going to be Psychic type moves, because it's a Dart type. So yeah, put your Poison type Pokemon in the back, put your Fighting type Pokemon in the back, then the AI will actually whiff on you. So yeah, Zorua can actually be pretty powerful. Now there is one, I wouldn't say catch. One thing about Zorua is that it was pretty hyped when it was first revealed with that ability, people were like, yeah, how are we supposed to deal with the ability like that? But then it became pretty obvious. Team preview. Yeah, problem with Zorua is that, yeah, if you know it's coming, you can prepare for it. So, yeah. Without team preview like it was in Gen 4, then yeah, it was actually quite a menace. But yeah, it could have been a mess to deal with because yeah, a lot of mind games would be involved. But yeah, luckily or unluckily, depending on how you view on it, that's not really the case. So yeah. But anyway, I could talk more, but of course Zorua does evolve into another Pokemon. But the thing is, this Pokemon also has an event, so let me prepare for that. For our next event, so we talked about Celebi with the relocator and the lock capsule, but there's one more thing you could transfer. Some shiny legendary beasts. These guys are actually pretty well liked. And yeah, as it says there, try taking it to Lost Lawn Forest. So yeah. Like I said, these are quite well liked because even though they had fixed natures, they do come with some actually pretty decent moves. I think the only one that isn't very well liked is Suicune, because Suicune only has like Shield and Air Slash. But Raikou here gets Aura Sphere. And Zap Cannon I guess is cool, but yeah. Aura Sphere is definitely the better move here. And then yeah, and Entei is definitely the best one. It got Sacred Fire, Extreme Speed, which all of them get, but Entei loves that the most. I believe that's it. I think that's all the moves it got. There's probably another move, but I guess we could look at them in the PC box. Actually, no, I won't. Maybe I'll take them out after this, because yeah, I don't want to spoil what we're going to be seeing later. But anyway, I don't think we need to take all of them. I could be wrong, but let's have a look. I think you only need to take one, from what I remember of this event. So we need to go to Lost Lawn Forest, make sure our pills are up, because we don't really want to run to our Pokemon. And let's go over here. The suspicious woman attacked. Yeah, you only need one of them. That's a really cool battle intro. I see that it transformed into one of the legendary beasts. It's level 25. So yeah, let's use Thunder Wave on it. Actually, I should have quick pulled it. I don't know why I was thinking that, but anyway. So, how am I going to weaken you, I guess? Yeah, it's Taunt. So, yeah, that's interesting. Good thing I got that Thunder Wave off before then. I'll try Raikou. We'll see if Raikou can weaken it with like Extreme Speed or something. And we can also show off a shiny Pokemon for the first time. Again, 1 in 8,192 chance, or you know, you can use an event like this to get one, so yeah. I don't know why I chose Raikou. I think it's because, like I said in my hardcore playthrough, Raikou was the first one I saw, and it kind of terrified me when I first saw it, so yeah. And yeah, Extreme Speed is good enough. And yeah, as you see there, yeah, it became Zorua's evolution, Zorua. And I guess one more will work. So let's use it. And there we go. I didn't say before doing this, I probably should have, but yeah. Alright, let's start chucking balls. So, Zorua. Let's talk about Zoroark a little bit. So yeah, we already went over the basics thanks to Zoroark. He has that evolution ability, which actually is in a pretty cool way. I think it's a reference to the movie that Zoroark is in as well. He also like transformed into legendary beast as well, so yeah. But anyway, yeah, it should be able to catch pretty easily. It has a 45 catch rate, so yeah, same as Reshiram and Zekrom. So this shouldn't be too bad. But anyway, yeah, we went over the basics. Let's look at what it learns. It remembers U-turn, which is cool. Bone Claws is also in its time, on its early move, I should be saying. And yeah, we got Zoroark. After just, you know, a few Ultra Balls. Each has the ability to fool a large group of people simultaneously. They protect that layer with illusionary scenery. That's pretty cool. Like this one did. So yeah, and it's gonna try a party. So this was Zoroark's home then. Zoroark is using its illusion to trick people and Pokemon. They wanted to keep people away from its lair. I heard this place is suspicious, so I came to have a look, but it looks like it was tricked as well. Zoroark really reacted strongly to the Poke we have with you. There must be some history there, a quarrel or something. Yeah, again, I think there's a movie that involved them, so yeah. Such a beautiful feel in a place like this. I think it may also tie into the fact that, yeah, Zoroark, It was revealed before Gen 5 was unveiled, I'm pretty sure, something like that. It's like one of the first Pokemon shown, I believe. It's almost as if this lovely scenery is the illusion. Yeah, I'd say that this place has opened up quite a bit now, although there's no items. This is actually what it looks like in Black White 2 as well, so this event happened. So yeah. So I guess I'll fly. We need to go back to Castelia for our next event, and yeah, I guess after I talk about Zoroark, I'll quickly show the other legendary beasts as well. They come with items actually. I'm pretty sure that has something to do with the trickery I used to make them appear, but yeah. I don't think you can get them with items, so yeah. But anyway, yeah, let's keep talking about Zoroark's moves. Feint Attack is in its starting arsenal, so is Foul Play actually at level 29, and Night Slash at 30, so yeah, some alright moves. Mostly physical, although yeah, Zoroark definitely feels like more of a special attacker to me. I guess we'll see that in a bit. I kinda like this one's female because it was transforming as a girl. Impish though is not a good nature, and yeah, this is what it starts with. Fury Sights, Feint Attack, Straight Face, and Taunt. So after Night Slash, it gets Torment, it gets Agility, it gets Embargo, it gets Punishment, it gets Nasty Plot. So now we're starting to talk about some special moves. Imprison, and then its signature move, Night Daze. This is a strange move because it's not really that useful. It's quite useful in Black and White, but in Black and White 2, it's actually not that necessary. And you'll see why by the stats. 85 power, special Dart type move with 95 accuracy, and a 40% chance to lower accuracy. The only problem is, yeah, again, it's level 64, so it's gonna be a little while, and yeah. Although this Zoroark can definitely mix attack a bit because again, its special attack is being lowered, but yeah, before that, you're mainly using Night Slash. And yeah, as a TM, it actually gets Calm Mind, interesting enough. You can even set the lever, which is interesting. It gets Shadow Ball, although you're never using that. The Dart type for stab. Flamethrower is also there. Low Sweep, Focus Blast. Flamethrower and Focus Blast are the main coverage on a special set. Shadow Claw, Sword Stance even, U-Turn, which you can also remember too, and Grass Knot. So some decent moves. And yeah, Zoroark also actually has some X, and some of them are pretty decent. Like Dark Pulse, Sucker Punch, and Extra Sentry. So not too bad moves there. And yeah, it can mix attacks, so I do kind of like seeing Sucker Punch. But anyway, now we'll go on to the stats. And yeah, if you want Fate Tears, only Zoroark learns at level 9, so this one can never learn it. And yeah, the stats. I actually quite like Zoroark's stats. It's a frail attacker, only 60 defenses, but 120 special attack, 105 attack, and 105 speed. So yeah, decent mix attacker. And yeah, Night Daze, Flamethrower, and Focus Blast are pretty nice coverage. And yeah, maybe you can have U-Turn or Nasty Plot as the last move. So yeah, I quite like Zoroark. And again, if you do use it, it's one of the biggest banes for Psychic type trainers in this game, because yeah, if you do use it and you have your Poison type in the back or Fire type, again, they can't do much because they see the fact that it's a it's a Poison type. I believe that doesn't work when they send the next Pokemon, but by then you can set yourself up with like some Nasty Pots or something like that, so yeah. See, there's that. So yeah, again, I quite like Zoroark, and yeah, the only lame thing is the fact that yeah, in Black and White, you need a very specific event to actually get either of them, either Zoroark or this Zoroark. Luckily though, that's not a problem in Black White 2, which is where I first got to use it, and it was a very fun Pokemon. And yeah, I do appreciate the fact that yeah, Black White 2 made this Pokemon so much easier to get, so yeah. Anyway, I'll do a small cut and I'll show the rest of the legendary beasts and their special moves. So here's Entei. I was actually wrong on what moves it had. It actually has Flare Blitz, that's the move. But yeah, of course, that's an amazing move for a physical attacking fire type, and yeah, Adamant Nature is also a pretty good fit too. Yeah, this Entei, yeah, if you're using Entei competitive, it's probably this one, so yeah. And then Suicune, like I said, I think Suicune's the less liked one because again, Air Slash and Sheer Cold, yeah, most Suicunes don't really like using that. And then yeah, Arc Ring and Extreme Speed, again, not really moves it also kind of likes as well, so yeah. My Suicune's definitely a good Pokemon in this game. It has Scald in its arsenal now, so yeah, it definitely loved that. So, and your Relaxed Nature, yeah, not the best either, even though yeah, it does raise the defense. It kind of wishes it had like Bold or something like that instead, but yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, again, I quite like these two. Again, this is technically a Gen 4 event, but they actually do things in Gen 5, so yeah. And yeah, we already saw Raikou. Again, Raikou's pretty cool. Again, Zapcan you're probably not using, but yeah, Oris is good. Leather is good if you're using Rain with it. And yeah, Infinite Rain is a thing, so yeah, you can try it. It's just that, yeah, I don't know if it likes Rash that much. Timid is probably the better nature for Raikou, so it guarantees outspeeds a lot, but yeah, it is what it is. Modest is also obviously not bad nature for Raikou either, so yeah. And with that done, yeah, we're gonna continue going in Pokédex order, so I need to figure out who we're gonna be talking about next and going there. I think it's in Castilla, but I could be wrong. Turns out I was wrong. Our next Pokemon, I believe, is related to the Law of Isurus. So let's see if I was right about this event. I believe you just had to go inside. And yep, we're going to be talking about the next mythical Pokemon, Keldeo. He wants to get out the Pokeball, so let's do it. Oh, that Pokemon, it couldn't be. A bright red mane and a lush tail, and a single noble horn. It's exactly like the old legend. For Keldeo and the three legendary Pokemon of the Unova region, Cobalion, Taraka, and Virizion, this forest has a special meaning. It seems like it would be best if you knew this story as well. Would you mind listening to an old man's story for a moment? Long ago, when a war between people started an intense fire in this forest, a single young Pokemon was separated from its parents. Cobalion, Taraka, and Virizion teamed up to take care of this Pokemon. The three acted as his parents and taught it the knowledge and the moves it needed to survive. The young Pokemon grew rapidly and developed a power that surpassed its three caretakers. However, one day that Pokemon disappeared from the forest. No one knows why, but when I think about it, young ones are always reckless and drawn to adventure. It looks like they're all happy to see one another again, and one of those three are trying to teach Keldeo something. Cobalion, Taraka, and Virizion are trying to teach Keldeo the new move, Secret Sword. Let's do it. So yeah, we'll go with Double Kick, that's the better stab move. If it weren't for you, these Pokemon never would have been able to meet again here in this forest, and that holds so many memories for them. I'm sure they're very happy that they're able to meet a trainer like you. So there you go. So yeah, this event's interesting because Keldeo gets actually a new form in Black and White 2 related to this move, although it's not a thing in this game, so yeah. And as you saw that as well, we needed the other legendary piece. But anyway, Keldeo, this event Keldeo, actually comes at level 15. I should have leveled it up actually because I'm able to do that. So we'll just go back to Castilla and show off that new move. It's a very good one. But while we do that, let's talk about some other things about Keldeo. It's the fourth member of the Swords of Justice, the fourth musketeer, if you will. I don't remember if it's actually, you know, related to that or not, but yeah. It's like, they have a similar backstory, but yeah, it would be cool if they did. Because yeah, I don't actually know the story of the three musketeers. And now I say that out loud, wait, there's a fourth musketeer? I wonder if that's just a thing in this game or in the actual tale, but anyway. Again, Water Fire type, it also has Justify principally just like its counterparts, although it doesn't actually need the attack boost that much. And yeah, before we do talk about it, yeah, let's use Keldeo's signature move. It is actually on the level of these Pokemon, so yeah, that's a bit awkward, but oh well. I'm sure that with that new move, it'll all be fine. Anyway, yeah, this is a good target, a Scraggy. So let's send in Keldeo. And it also comes with a Peeper Max, which I took off because I don't know why. Alright, let's show it off. So, Secret Sword. This is definitely the main reason to use Keldeo. It's a very good signature move. 85 power special fine type move with 100% accuracy. The user cuts its long horn. The odd power containing the horn does physical damage to the target. It's basically Psy Shock, but a fine type move, and uses Keldeo's special attack. And that's what it looks like. So there you go. More than enough to take out that Scrappy. So yeah, now let's talk about the other moves that Keldeo gets via level up. Of course, Secret Sword is definitely going to be the main move you're going to be using, but of course, it has that water type, so let's talk about what you can do with that. Aqua Jet, Double Kick, Bubble Beam, and Leer are the starting moves. It also gets Takedown, helping Kan retaliate, it gets Aqua Tail at 37, Sacred Sword as well, although again, it doesn't like it as much. Sword Stance, Quick Guard, Work Up, Hydro Pump at 67 is very worth noting, with its Ripple, and then Close Combat, which again, it doesn't like as much. And ever TMs, it gets Calm Mind, although one weird thing is, it's a very rare Water type that doesn't learn Ice Beam, which is kind of sad because that would be amazing type coverage, but that's okay. It's mainly going to be using Water type moves, but hey, in a generation where Drizzle was permanent and Politoed was a thing, yeah, I guess that's not so bad. I think, yeah, that's one of its main problems. Its TM list is a bit sad. Only really getting Surf and Scald and Focus Blast is really good options. Everything else is physical moves it doesn't really like to use. And then of course we got Secret Sword, which is amazing. And now we can look at the stats. It actually has a pretty low 72 attack, although it goes all in on that special attack. 129. That's a lot. That's a lot for a Water type Pokemon because yeah, with that power and that Secret Sword, it's going to be very hard to wall this thing once it gets going. And yeah, it can even boost its power more calmly. As well as stats again, 108 speed, that's also amazing. 91 HP, and 9 defenses too. So it's decent reserve, because water is a pretty decent type. Flying doesn't come with the best with it, but that's okay. So again, yeah, Keldeo is definitely one of the fun water type sleepers, I feel like. Secret Sword's a really cool move, Surf and Scald and Hydro Pump are very good options for water type moves, and yeah, it can probably run both Surf and Hydro Pump, because yeah, again, it doesn't have much else, is the main problem. You're mainly just using water and fighting. So yeah. That also means that yeah, Calm Mind becomes a very good choice too. So yeah. Again, I like Keldeo quite a bit. It's a pretty decent Pokemon. So yeah. And yeah, Secret Sword is definitely a really cool thing as well. Of course, getting its own signature move does make it very cool. And yeah, one last thing as well is that yeah, again, it has a new form in Black White too. Although it doesn't change much. All it does is signify that it has Secret Sword, but again, that form is not on Black or White, which is kind of weird, because you can get Secret Sword in this game as well, as you can see. So yeah. So that's basically it. Again, I guess one thing about Keldeo is that, yeah, it kind of reminds me of My Little Pony as well, because yeah, that's definitely what the design echoes. Then again, I don't really know much about that series. All I know is that, yeah, people like it. I'm not so sure why they like it, because again, I haven't actually seen anything. I feel like some people like it too much is also a problem, but yeah. Too much, I guess it's a good thing I don't know any of these people, so yeah. But yeah, Keldeo, yeah, it's a fun Pokemon to see in action, because yeah, with the rain in this generation, yeah, it was one of the scariest water types around. Other than the Swiss Summers, so yeah. And yeah, this event is very cool. I also like how it ties into the Swords of Justice as well. So anyway, maybe you could steal it for this one. This is what I thought was going to be next, but yeah, we're going to be doing it now. Our next event, we need to go to Cafe Sonata. Also Castillicity. And I want to talk to you, I believe. The song you brought me reminded of a long ago melody from the fringes of my sepia-toned memories. It was a song my mother loved. It makes me feel so nostalgic. Would you like to hear the melody? Oh, remember the Relic song I've forgotten. So yeah, let's obviously teach that. It's the Tita dance. So yeah, there you go. Relic song. That is Meloetta's signature move, so yeah. let's try using a Bell. I say try because we're gonna be saying mellower to the walls, I feel like. My mother once told me of a Pokemon that's played a Burby, and that's so light that it filled people's hearts with joy. Then sorrow darkened the entire world, and the Pokemon lost the Burby. Also at that time, some red shoes were lost somewhere. When he came through the door, I remembered the melody, and the Pokemon that had forgotten how to dance began to step lightly once more. You are the inspiration. You are a mysterious child. So yeah, that's a pretty cool event. Again, I quite like it. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna be saying mellower to the walls, like I said. We're gonna see what this relic song is all about by taking it to the courts, maybe. I can't use the Bowl subway because mythical Pokemon are banned, I'm pretty sure there, so yeah. So we'll see what relic song does, and then we'll talk about Meloetta and how it works. Meloetta kind of feels like a two-part Pokemon, I feel like, so yeah. So I'm gonna be on the lookout for any trainer I feel like, yeah, we can take on a bit easily. Maybe this last? I hope. So let's see. Yeah, so yeah, I'm hoping that there's some trainers to use Unova Pokemon and more than one Pokemon. Which, yeah, I mean, that's a problem. That's a freaking ghost type, so yeah. But can we beat it though? I guess, yeah. While we wait for a not ghost type to come out, let's talk about Meloetta a little bit. Normal psychic type. So yeah, it's very useful in this situation. It's a normal type, or it's a psychic type Pokemon that doesn't fear ghost, which is very nice. It's weak to dark and okay, yeah, you're being very annoying. It's weak to dark and bug as well. And yeah, that's not too bad. Unfortunately, yeah, Parasong is very annoying, but we'll try and press our way through it. Although yeah, once it does become Parasong 1, we're going to get out of it. So, let's talk about this new signature move. Relic Song. 75 power Null type move, 100% accuracy. The user sings in each song and attacks by appealing to the hearts of those listening. It may also induce sleep. This is like one of those weird moves that, yeah, I don't know if, I actually don't know if, yeah, there are other moves that have a chance to put the target to sleep with a secondary effect. It's definitely very strange, but yeah, 10% chance of that activating. But of course, it does something else, and there's a reason why Meloetta has close combat as well. So let's see in action. Hopefully. Again, the level of disadvantage is definitely a bit painful. There you go, we go for Relic Song. Do decent damage and transform into Meloetta's Pirouette form. So we're gonna go for close combat now. And it goes to Super Fang, which I guess is fine. And we're gonna show off close combat, obviously. And you see there, able to knock out that Pachirisu. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Although yeah, the next Pokemon we're gonna have to switch out. Unless we one-shot it. Which, you know what? Maybe we can. It's a Delcatty. So let's try it. Yeah, faster now, so that's good. And will it be enough? Yeah, there we go. That's a pretty good battle from Meloetta, not gonna lie. So there you go. Level 51. That was a pretty, that was a trial by fire, right? But yeah, Meloetta pulled through. So yeah, let's talk about what just happened there. Also, we get an Ultra Ball. Cool. So yeah, Meloetta is a very strange Pokemon. It's definitely a Pokemon of two halves. So we'll focus on its regular form, Aria form first. Like I said, it's a normal Psychic type Pokemon. Serene Grace the ability. So yeah, second effects are doubled, including that Relic Song become a 20% chance, so yeah. That can be a bit obnoxious because of how strong Sleep is normally, so yeah. Man, that's some moves, and that's some pretty decent moves. Again, it gets some Psychic Bear level up, even gets Close Combat too. It normally learns it later, but thanks to this event, it gets a bit earlier. It learns a lot of strange moves actually. Acrobatics, U-turn, a lot of moves you want to expect from a Psychic type attacker, so yeah. And yeah, Sing is also there, although yeah, you probably don't like the low accuracy. And yeah, its other form doesn't learn any other moves, so you don't have to worry about that. As for TM's Home Claws, with no claws, that's strange, I was not expecting that. Psyshock is interesting though, Although, yeah, if you are using Relic Song, you probably don't need it that much. You can just keep it Psychic. Gets weather moves, it can use Light Screen. Shadow Ball is a very good option as well. Energy Ball is, Charge Beam is, even Stone Edge is there, Thunder Wave, U-Turn. A lot of interesting moves. And of course we had Relic Song. A decent normal stab, although it isn't the strongest thing in the world, so yeah, that's the main problem. But, of course, it has that secondary purpose, which we'll talk on in a bit. So as for stats, its two forms are very different stats. So, Aria form is mainly focused on being a good special one. 128 attack and special defense, 90 speed, 77 attack and defense, and 100 HP. So not too bad. Those are some pretty decent stats for a Psychic type to have, and yeah, normal Psychic is not a bad type either. So yeah. But then of course we have that Pirouette form, and there was a reason why I was using that close combat. Now it kind of swaps around its stats. So now it has 128 attack, physical attack, 128 speed, so yeah, it swapped its speed and special, or it kind of mixed around it. Like, yeah, now its special stats are only 77, its defense is 90, which it was originally its speed, still has 100 HP. So yeah, this is a weird Pokemon to use with its Pirouette form in mind. Because yeah, I didn't even talk about one of the main things. Pirouette form actually becomes a normal fighting type, so it gets stabbed on close combat. So yeah. So yeah, of course, this is a strange Pokemon to use, because yeah, again, it's a Pokemon with two halves. On one hand, you have a pretty decent special attacker that has some decent moves and a decent type, but then on the other hand, you have a really aggressive fighting type Pokemon with a very strong close combat, and is also really fast. But it needs to use Relic Song first before it can get into that form. So yeah, it's interesting. Again, a Pokemon changing forms like this dynamically, again, it's a bit difficult because you only have 4 moves, and one of them has to be Relic Song to actually be able to, you know, become Pirouette form. So I don't think it's used that much, because again, that's a bit awkward. If it had like more moves to use, or if, you know, it had some other signature moves that changed depending on what form it was, that would be cool. But yeah, unfortunately it kind of doesn't. So yeah, it's not a bad Pokemon, it's definitely a pretty good one. It's just that, yeah, using it can be a little strange sometimes. Because, yeah, it's a Pokemon that can adapt to its situation, which is really cool. But, yeah, I feel like most of the time, I feel like I'm going to Pirouette form just because, again, the higher speed, the strong close combat, which has really good type coverage. Of course, if you are facing against Psychic Beat Pokemon, you obviously want to stay in Aria form, so yeah. Yeah, definitely a strange Pokemon, but yeah, I really like it though. A really cool design. It kind of looks like... I feel like you could make a pretty cool VTuber-like design with that. I guess it kind of looks like... I mean, maybe it looks a little bit like Hatsune Miku. I kind of like it, to be honest, so yeah. But yeah, Mela has a really cool design in both forms, and yeah, it's a Pokemon that works like no other, so that's obviously pretty fun. But anyway, one more to go in this very long episode, and you know, we still have to do my closing thoughts as well. For our final event, we need to take a trip all the way to the P2 laboratory. Oh, it's just a kid. It couldn't be. The fact that you're here means he came to learn about the secret Genesect. We ET plans to revive Genesect from a fossil. Then we hunts the Pokemon with the power of science. It is the strongest Pokemon in history. But our Lord N was not interested in this Genesect that was modified by the power of science. Science damages the natural beauty of Pokemon, the perfect beings. That's what he said. So our research was halted and its facility was closed. However, the Genesect research is all mine, so if you want to know Genesect's secret, you'll have to beat me in battle. And you know what? I'm not just gonna beat you in battle, I'm also gonna beat you in battle with, yeah, I think you know what's about to happen. Here it is, Genesect. And by the way, I taught Genesect Flamethrower because I knew this guy used Steel-type Pokemon. It normally had Solar Beam in that moveset. Also, I made it level 50 because it's normally level 50, so I doubt it's going to do much against this guy. But with this though, it should be just fine. So we'll talk a bit more about Genesect after this, but yeah, it's a very good attacker. That's a thing sure. Especially considering, yeah, it does have that flamethrower and a really good type. But that's not all, obviously. Deep Dudley. Oh, my groundbreaking research. I've lost everything. I forgot my duty as a scientist is to make the world happy. So this must be what I get for trying to make a Pokemon to tool for fighting. I'm gonna wash my hands of this Genesect matter. I don't need this, Samuel, I'll give it to you. You get the Dallas Drive? The arm I just gave you is Maple Genesect. When it holds the arm like this, it changes the type of the move called Technoblast, so it can always have an advantage. There was another one in my other pocket. A Chill Drive. Alright. So these are held items for Genesect. Although the thing about this is that, yeah, Genesect doesn't really care too much about these items, but we'll show off anyway, because of course, I am showing off all these signature moves, so why not? Yeah, like all these Pokemon have a signature move that I've been showing off, so yeah. That's really, really cool, so yeah. Anyway, the one where we should be using is the Dallas Drive. This is definitely the best. It's not great, but again, it's better than nothing, I guess, so yeah. Now, one cool thing about the drives is that they actually changed Genesect's appearance. As you see there, yeah, it loads the drive into its head, I guess. I also realized that this Genesect is OT is Plasma. That's really cool. So yeah, I do like that. And of course, it changes the type of Technoblast, which will show in battle. We'll talk about Technoblast first, I guess. And your Repel wore off, good. So yeah, let's go with Technoblast, which yeah, it starts with, it's one of its moves that it can remember at level 1, so yeah. Anyway, there's download activating once again, and there's a Terminate, so yeah, good thing I got that special attack. Anyway, so yeah, let's show Technoblast. And there you go, even though it said Null type, it is Water type now. And yeah, like I said, it's the only one that Genesect likes. That's mainly because Technoblast isn't very strong in this game. As you guys see there, it's only 85 power and 100% accurate. The user fires a beam of light as target. The type changes depending on the drive the user holds. So yeah, let's talk about Genesect in more detail now. Bug Steel type. Very good defensive type, only weak to fire ×4. But that basically just means that yeah, Genesect is able to stick around for a very, very long time. Well, not really, I wouldn't say that. It's able to, you know, unleash this attack more easily because its weaknesses are a lot easier to prey on because it only has one. And Download is one of the reasons why Genesect is such a strong Pokemon. Yeah, Download normally was on the Porygon line, and Porygon was pretty good at it too, but of course, giving it to a Pokemon with legendary stats though, that's when the fun happens. Basically, the thing about Genesect's Download is that it normally likes to run a Choice Scarf. So Download basically becomes Genesect wielding both a Choice Band, or Choice Specs, and a Choice Scarf at the same time. Something that the Manitan's Glorian form would also be kind of infamous for, so yeah. And even outside of that, it's a free either Choice Band or Choice Specs depending on what you're fighting, so yeah. It's quite strong. That's for dang sure. Especially considering what other things Genesect gets. But anyway, another thing about Technoblast, we got the Chillum Dallas drives, but if you're playing Black, you get the Burn Drive and the Shock Drive. Of course, Fire and Electric Technoblast. And as for other moves, it gets a lot of them. Genesect has some insane type coverage. We're talking, apparently gets a Magnet Rise, it gets a Lock On, it gets a Flame Charge, Magnet Bomb is there, Signal Beam is there, Tri Attack, X Scissor, Bug Buzz, Simple Beam apparently, Zap Cannon, Hyper Beam, and they give you Blow Up, which is fun. And then yeah, as for TMs, well, it gets better. Phone Calls is there, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, although no Fire Blast, Energy Ball, Explosion, Rock Polish, Thunder Wave, X Scissor, Flash Cannon. Basically, every move that you would like on your Genesect is here, and more importantly though, U-Turn. U-Turn is one reason why Genesect was very infamous in Black and White. In Black and White's metagame, or just or just, Genesect in general. Because, yeah, the thing about Genesect and OU is that people keep trying it in OU, but then the same conclusions come to pass. It's just way too good. And we'll talk about why with the stats. 120 in both attacks, 99 speed, 95 defense is the same on HP. So yeah, strong attacker, very good type to complement it, and yeah, it just, puts in so much work during a battle. And yeah, once again, you have those scary offenses, and it's getting a 3+1 boost on one of them. So yeah, it has a lot going for it, that's for sure. So yeah. So I like Genesect quite a lot. It also has just a really cool looking design and some pretty cool lore as well. And yeah, it is in our Pokedex, so we can have a little look. Although yeah, you don't need these mythical Pokemon obviously to complete the Pokedex, so yeah. So we're gonna have to scroll all the way down because I'm pretty sure it's the last Pokemon in the the regional dex, sorry. Although in this game it would be the last Pokemon in the national dex too, so yeah. Yeah. There it is. This Asian blood Pokemon is all by Team Plasma. They upgrade the cannon on its back. And of course, I also like its cry too. So there you go. Yeah, it's a pretty cool Pokemon. It's, again, one of those, inorganic Pokemon. And yeah, the fact that it's used as a tool for war, basically, by Team Plasma, that's really cool. Not gonna lie. So yeah. And yeah, one last thing to talk about with Genesect is that it featured in a movie. Mewtwo Awakens, I believe. This was actually near when Gen 6 happened, because I'm pretty sure that Mewtwo got its Mega Form in this movie. And yeah, it would fight against a lot of Genesects. And yeah, the main thing is that, yeah, there was a red, shiny Genesect. And yeah, you can get one as an event. It has the move Shift Gear, Blaze Kick, and Extreme Speed as special moves it can get. So yeah, very cool stuff. So yeah, that's all the special Pokemon. Mythical Pokemon. So yeah, now we can end things and go over my closing thoughts. So yeah. I'm gonna go back to November Town obviously for this, so yeah. But yeah, again, I think Genesect is probably one of my favorite mythical Pokemon too. I also just, yeah, again, I really vibe with its design. It just looks really cool. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, let's rearrange the team back, I guess. Yeah, my team wasn't able to do anything in this part. Yeah, it was all about all those cool mythical Pokemon, so yeah. Anyway, and yeah, just for all time's sake, yeah, arrange them in order. So anyway, and yeah, I guess one last thing you can do is check out Pokedex completion. I haven't got every Pokemon because there's some Pokemon you don't fight with trainers, mainly Ferrothorn comes to mind. You need to evolve one, and it's level 40, so you're gonna have to put in a little work. I think there's probably some other Pokemon too, but yeah. That's the first one that comes to mind. So yeah, let's check it. 151 Pokemon. What a wonderful Pokedex. A little more work to be complete. I'm really glad I asked you to do this. So there you go. And I believe Cedric will grade you on your national dex. Or just Pokemon 4 in general, apparently. So there you go. Alright, so that is going to be it. We talked about all the new Pokemon that were added to Gen 5 as a result of talking about those mythical Pokemon. I mean, I did that before, but yeah, now I actually was able to show them in action, so yeah. But anyway, that is it for Pokemon Black and White, and yeah, let's talk about the project itself, which yeah, I'm pretty proud of, to be honest. It is probably one of my better playthroughs, I feel like. Well, Pokemon playthroughs in the channel, I should be saying. Maybe because, yeah, I don't know, I felt very enthusiastic about this game, probably because, again, Black and White is just a game that has a very special place in my heart. So, yeah, maybe Black and White 2, obviously, like I said before, but yeah, playing it again just really affirmed just why I like this game so much, because, again, now that I just have more care for plots and games, I do feel like that, yeah, Black and White, even though, again, it's not perfect in terms of plot, it does a lot of things right, and just a lot of cool things in general. So yeah, I'm definitely a big fan of that. And yeah, getting to experience that again during this playthrough is just really cool. You know, I guess it's one cool thing about, growing up. You notice things before that you weren't able to notice before, so yeah. But anyway, as for some other things, so yeah, you may notice that the biblical Pokemon, I'll mention that. So what I did is that there was a reason why I saved it for the end, because it meant I had to use something called PKX. It's a Pokemon generator, basically. My brother was using it for his Nuzlocke with his friends. So I'm like, yeah, maybe I could use that to help me out with getting Landorus. But then, when I thought about that, I'm like, alright, why don't I use this to show the mythical Pokemon too, if it works. And thanks to figuring it out, I got it to work just fine. I didn't try doing anything with items though. The only thing I knew how to gen was Pokemon, so there's a reason why I saved it for the very end of this playthrough. Again, it meant that I wasn't tinkering with the current playthrough. Again, Pokegen is very useful because it can save you tons of time. Like you can get rare candies to level up Pokemon just fine without having to grind. You can get items too. Like in Black White 2, you can give yourself like billions of shards for the mood tutors. That obviously saves you a lot of time as well. Stuff like that. But like, I want to save it for the end when, I just want to show these mythical Pokemon. And I guess for any other Pokemon playthrough moving forward, that's probably what we'll do. So yeah. Like again, these mythical Pokemon will once again do things in Black White 2, so I'll probably gen them in after I've done basically everything, so yeah. So there's that. It was interesting though. Again, I could use genning to, of course, make my playthroughs a bit more, easier, I guess, Don't have to worry about grinding, don't have to worry about, grind of items. It basically that's basically how I would use it, but I don't know. I feel like I just kind of want to save it for bonus stuff. And it kind of makes me sad that, I didn't think to do this for, earlier Pokemon games, because, that would have been cool to show off, the mythical Pokemon Gen 4, there's quite a lot of them. Of course, Arceus have been cool to see, Darkrai, all that good stuff. And then, Hogwarts also had some events too, like, the Celebi event that takes you back in time, allowing you to fight Giovanni and stuff. So but it's okay. So I want to get that off my chest because again, that's definitely one of the main things about this part. But anyway, as for other things too about this playthrough, I'm really proud of this team. I made this on my own. My thought process was, I wanted to make a team that could conquer the region. I basically just thought about what important battles do I want to cover, and what Pokemon I want to use. So like for example, I always knew that I wanted to use a Crocodile because I wanted a Pokemon that was good against Elisa. And they're electric types. But in the end, apparently it was Arcadus that did a lot of work on the battle, so it is what it is. But I wanted to use Arcadus because I feel like out of Sigilyph and Archeops, it was the fly Pokemon I wanted to use more, so And there's a good reason why I didn't want to use Sigilyph, Keiko. I really want to see what Reuniqueness could do in this playthrough because of Marshall. I want a really good Pokemon for Marshall. In the end, it didn't work out as I thought because Keiko's low speed definitely made things a lot harder. But I still don't regret it. Keiko's really strong. And I need to teach them Fun Life. I guess I'll give them back Trick Room. Because why not? Again, Trick Room again. It had its flaws, obviously. But I still enjoyed using it. Because, again, it can put Keiko to a destructive mode, where, it can basically, sleep through everything. Yes, again, it has that really low speed, and then, Life Orb and Magic Guard, so much fun. So, there's that. And, like I said, I did want an answer for Marshall because I was kind of scared about him. And, I thought that, Keiko would also just, be a pretty strong Pokemon. Again, it did take some time for them to get off the ground because Solosis isn't the strongest Pokemon. Dowager's obviously a lot better. There you go. Then after that, I knew I wanted a Pokemon with Skylar, so of course I wanted to use either Electros or Galvantula. And since I knew I wasn't going to be grinding so heavily, it had to be Galvantula, aka Natasha. And then as I also mentioned too, I also wanted a Psychic, Dark, and Fine Core, and that's obviously why Envor is the starter. And then finally, I looked at my team, saw the many water weaknesses. Medusa was the obvious fit for the water type then, for that water absorb. So that's kind of how I built it. I'll talk about that in a little bit because there's a bit more to go over. But yeah, um, so that's basically how I built the team, and yeah, it went so well. Like yeah, I felt like I could cover so much. And yeah, it was so much stronger than the other team I built in the Black playthrough. So that team was not bad. It's just that I felt like it wasn't as synergetic as this one. So yeah, and yeah, it also felt that yeah, I could switch in pretty freely with this team. It felt like there was a lot of immunities to take advantage of, and yeah, some of my Pope are pretty bulky too. And yeah, of course, armor having intimidate obviously helps out quite a lot as well. So yeah, so yeah, there's that. And like I said, just proved one more fun to use. Again, Unova's higher power level compared to previous generations definitely helped, but still lots of fun to, use these mods and go through the story, which again, I really liked the main story. Definitely felt quite enthusiastic about that, so yeah. And yeah, also reading comments too. There was a lot of fun comments to read in this playthrough, like during the main story, during some of the post-game, all that. So yeah, can't thank anyone enough. So yeah, again, this is probably one of my favorite Pokemon playthroughs on the channel so far, at least, because yeah, we still have what I'm gonna do next. So as for what's coming next on the channel, I did already reveal that in my update video. Fracia 776, Farm 5 basically. Gonna start practicing that and hopefully doing a good job on that playthrough. It should be a pretty fun one. And yeah, but of course before then I want to do some more Lex lookup videos because it's fun to do that. I have some pretty interesting games I want to show us, so yeah, I have some fun doing that. But yeah, afterwards though, we'll see. Persona 2 is a game I'm now finally playing on my own time. It's really fun. I even get to share my gameplay on Discord. It's really fun to do that, so yeah. And again, most likely, if things go smoothly with my first playthrough, Persona 2 is probably going to be the game I do after Fracia. But then I also think about my future Pokemon. So yeah, I'm having a lot of difficulties thinking about a team of Black White 2. It's difficult because I can't restrict myself, and I'm wondering if I shouldn't do that. Because yeah, it's kind of proving a lot difficult thinking about what team I'm gonna be completely satisfied with, because I'm also thinking about what each battle is gonna play out in my head as well. So yeah, I'm gonna have to think long and hard about I'm probably gonna do some simulations in my head too about how I'm gonna tackle each gym leader and Elite Four and just support train in general. That's just how much thought and care I'm putting into it, because Black and White 2 of course is one of my favorite games of all time, my favorite Pokemon games, so yeah, I obviously want to do an amazing job on that playthrough, so yeah. That's why it's taking me so long to think about, so yeah. That does make me think that I wonder if I should do Colosseum or XD as my next Pokemon games. I have Colosseum under my belt, XD would be my first time playing it, and I wouldn't mind doing that. XD is a game that, I've seen many a YouTuber play, and my brother as well. I'm pretty sure that, my brother, and I believe 3 other people I watched did XD. And I watched some of their videos, so yeah, it's a game I'm decently familiar with without having actually played it. Of course, playing it for the first time though will be a very different experience, which is why, I'm still gonna market that playthrough as that. I'm not so sure if I want to do them back to back. Most likely not, because again, I don't know. Then they are sequels technically, but I feel like unlike Innocent Sin and Eternal Punishment for Persona 2, I don't think you need to play both of them back to back. I feel like so again, maybe they'll get split up. And I did like Colosseum. In fact, I think Colosseum is actually my brother's favorite Pokemon game. So that's one reason I can't want to check it out again. I've only done the one playthrough, so it'll be fun to check out again and hopefully have just as much fun now as I did then. So something about that. But if not, and if people really want me to do Black White 2, I'll hunker down, go over those simulations in my head for those battles for Black White 2. And I'll think of the team, and hopefully it'll be a team I'm just as proud of as this one, and hopefully even more so. So it won't be easy to think about, but I'll definitely think very hard about it. So and that's basically everything I want to talk about now. So yeah, that's it for Pokemon Black and White. We should have a lot of mythical Pokemon, and yeah, we put a wrap on the series as well. So yeah, it's a very long episode, but that's okay. So yeah, of course, like I said, next time, yeah, some Let's Look Up videos, and yeah, maybe even some. I'm not so sure how I'm gonna do them, but yeah, I've also want to record my boss fights in Persona 2 in my first playthrough. So yeah, I thought that'd be fun to do. I did that in Persona 1 as well. It was a lot of fun as well. So yeah, um, so yeah, there's that. So again, we'll think about that. It'll be something I definitely think about doing before I do Freesia. Maybe starting working on some of those videos. So yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's basically it. So yeah. So yeah, this is definitely a fun one. Obviously, it's gonna be very interesting to see what happens next with Pokemon on the channel, obviously. So yeah. But anyway, yeah. I hope you enjoyed my first trip through the Unova region. And yeah, of course, I can't wait for the second one, obviously, once I figure out what my team is gonna look like. So yeah. See, there's that. So yeah. That's a lot of fun. Also, yeah, there's some other things to think about with Black and White 2 as well, I forgot to mention. One of my commenters mentioned that, yeah, challenge mode is a possibility. Although the weird thing about challenge mode is, it actually may be easier than than normal mode. For weird reasons. I'll think about it, because it does give trainers more Pokemon in boss fights, which, again, overall, it might make things easier on me because of its other quirks, which, yeah, I might discuss in the comments too. I'll think about it. I haven't actually done a full playthrough on challenge mode. It would be interesting, but yeah. Again, though, I'll be perfect content just playing the game on norm. As, yeah. Because I still like normal mode quite a bit, so yeah. Anyway, yeah. That's what last thing I'll mention. Everything else I'll mention when, you know, Black White 2 becomes closer to when I want to do it, so yeah. But yeah, like I said, that will be everything finally in this very long part, most likely. Again, yeah, this far I just want to get everything off my chest after talking about all those mythical Pokemon, so yeah. So yeah, that's, again, basically it. Again, I hope you enjoyed this first adventure for Unova. Hopefully the second adventure will be just as fun, if not more so. And yeah, I'll definitely enjoy doing that, so yeah. So yeah, that's basically it. That's basically all I want to say now. So yeah, we'll sign off now. So yeah, this will be the end of Theo's adventure, and yeah, we'll see what happens next. Like I said, next playthrough Freesia. Before that, some Let's Look Up videos. So yeah, look forward to all that's coming, and I'll see you guys again for that.